Now let's move to next lesson. Okay, I'm monitoring the chat. Nothing. Let me know if I'm going too fast or too slow. Okay, because there are 40 lessons in this chapter, so we are going one by one. And so far, I don't think any of these were complicated, other than you remembering, the command names and practicing on your keyboard. You know. So this in operator, again, this is simple like plain English, right? So in operator in SQL is used to filter records. Whenever I say filter records, like if I have 1,000 records in my table, I want maybe 10 or 20 depending on a criteria or a condition. So I'm filtering. It's like filtering your tea powder when you are making tea, right? Similar thing. Okay, it simplifies. So this is like in operator can be replaced with or. So we haven't studied or yet. It's like in maybe lesson 14, 15. So I will skip this. The in operator is often used, so it's like more readable alternative to the or operator. You will understand in the next slide. It is a cleaner and more efficient way to specify multiple values to search for. That means so we have seen like age between 20 and 30. I want all the customers, but if I don't want everyone between 20 and 30, I want to know the customers whose age is 25, 35, 45. Then what you do, you cannot use between, you cannot use greater than, less than, right? Definitely you can play around, have length is equal, right? But there is more efficient way to specify that with an in clause. So when you have in, if the value is null, it will not bring that value back. Okay, so this again subquery is coming back here. For it is used for most complex filtering. Okay, so here let's say where column name in, you say like age 25, 35, 45 age, that's what this syntax is. Here I'm saying the value for age is coming from another SQL. That's why this is called subquery, right? So instead of me saying 25, 35, 45, maybe I will, in some scenario, I might have to write a select statement to build up this list for this in clause. So that's where you use this syntax. Okay. So here I want to bring employees with this designation sales manager, financial analyst and CFO. So this is the best way I can write using an in clause. Whenever you have in, you have a list of values that you want to look at. So these green designations qualify these criteria, and those rows related to those green color are brought back. Okay. See this green, red, whatever, this is only for a proper explanation. It's not that it turns red in your backside on your database. It's nothing like that. Okay. It's like for visual appealing and for you to, as a freshers, to understand it better. And then you already have, I asked you to write a spreadsheet with your dummy data. You can use this technique on your, whenever you're writing query, before executing it, you can see what rows are coming back. Okay. So this is what how you filter these strings, and wherever we have strings, there should be enclosed in single quote. And then if it's your numbers, you don't have to enclose in quotes. So here I want the clients whose birth year is in 1990 and 1980. I don't want between, I just want this and this, that's it. So I have only 3 rows. Okay. And then I'm using in clause on dates. I'm interested to know the orders on this date. Maybe this was like some festival or some event in the city, so I want to look at our orders on these dates only, or maybe a Sundays of a given month, right? Now that's interesting. Instead of me writing the dates for Sundays of January, I can use our date dimension table that we created other day. I can write a select query to pull the dates related to Sunday of a given month, right? So that's where we are getting into subquery. So the result set of that subquery will be passed here, and then this query will be executed. Okay. So for now it's like straight away list hard coded values. Okay, I'm looking at what desired date. This is it. Okay, right, and these are the values that are matched to this criteria. See here 9th, yes, I got a row. For December 10th I don't have any data. So even though you mentioned if there is no data, you won't get any records here to say that order date December 10th. Okay, here this is the subquery, right? So instead of me hard coding, so first of all we have already looked at it, right? Select department ID from our department where department name is HR. So what will be the output of this? The output of this will be a department ID of HR. So this is the department table. So 2. So this will be executed first, and this, the whole query will be replaced with true in this list, and then this in clause query will be executed, right? So that's how that's how this subquery works. Okay, and then see, because if I have like 20-30 departments, it's quite obvious. I have told, I think in chapter 6, right, that these IDs will not be displayed on the web application or mobile application. The HR persons using this, they wouldn't know that HR is 2 or 3 if it is not displayed. So they say that, okay, I need all the customers from HR department. So this is one of the way how you can write that query, right? You say bring the department ID for HR and then filter the employees depending on the department. Okay, there is other way also, but this is one of the way. This is called a subquery. Okay.